Sparking Zero fans, now today I decided to talk to you guys about my honest opinion and review on Sparking Zero. I feel like there's been enough time has passed, honestly. I mean, the game has been out. Today's October 31st. Happy Halloween, by the way. If you went trick-or-treating, I know this video is uploaded on the 1st, so pardon me, but if you went trick-or-treating, please comment down below if you did. And if you did go trick-or-treating, tell me what you dressed up as. Anyway, back to Sparking Zero. Now, my opinion on this game is going to come with a lot of not hot takes, but very opinionated stuff. I know we received a patch that had stuff to do with Yajirobe, and my personal opinion, I don't think he needed it, but like I said, I digress. I mean, the man had the same kit in Tenkaichi 3, and no one batted an eye or anything, but God forbid the man comes online and it's like, oh, he's a problem now. So, I'm going to talk about my experience with Sparking Zero ever since I got this game. Now, me being the Dragon Ball Z fan, I kind of already knew the story mode. I still, to this day, haven't touched story mode, and that's nothing against story mode. It's just I just wanted to go ahead and grind and get some content out. I know about the what ifs, what happens. I know about Gohan Black and all this other stuff, all this other jazz, the what ifs, and you know, I'll get to story mode on my free time. It's just I wanted to take it upon myself to help everybody learn to play the game coming from Tenkaichi and Raging Blast. Now, let's start off with the controller setup. I am a classic controller guy. The way I play is compared to how I played when I played Tenkaichi. Tenkaichi 3 was based on guarding with circle and, you know, flying up with R1 and charging your ki with L2. Now, Raging Blast 1 was kind of a different. Raging Blast 1 was more so you would block with R1 and you would do other things with the button layout. Now, I don't know if the standard kind of took inspiration from Raging Blast, but for anybody who plays Raging Blast, you have to press R1 to teleport and guard, and compared to pressing circle. So, a lot of people are asking, is there a preference? Is there a better way? Are you gonna get more wins with this layout? Me personally, I don't think so. I could be wrong. Like I said, all of this is my opinion. I could be literally could be wrong with that. I just go to classic. I think classic, in my opinion, feels more comfortable to me, but I digress. A lot of people say standard is more flowy like, and it helps them. So controller wise, I'm on classic. My opinion on this character roster, I don't have one single complaint. There's so many characters on here, and I probably only maybe have touched maybe like 10 or 15 of these characters. You guys know every video you see, it's either Kefla, Videl, Vegeta, Goku, maybe a fusion. That's it. I've not touched Buu, I've not touched Cell, haven't touched Frieza besides the Black Frieza video I did. Goku Black, haven't touched. Zamasu, haven't touched. Just so much variety on these characters that it's not overwhelming. It's a lot, and I have not touched majority of this character roster, which is actually a good thing. It's actually a good thing. So like I said, I don't have a complaint about the character roster at the slightest. Now, the meaty greedy, the gameplay. Okay, let's start off with stuff I've been teaching everybody with these quote-unquote true combos. Now, like I mentioned, these combos do actually work online on top of with Z-Counter. Z-Counter, of course, can happen at any moment. You can go against somebody who doesn't know what they're doing, who doesn't know how to Z-Counter, or they have a bad time timing Z-Counter, which leads to the whole these combos actually work online. Doesn't mean they can't work, is that these combos are just doable to do. It's not like these combos are impossible. It's not like I'm teaching you bullshit. You know, I'm not gonna just teach you this and, you know, tell you to go online and try it out and be like, ha, Drago, it didn't work. No, these combos work. It just varies on your opponent. If your opponent is good at Z-countering. The Z-counter thing, I don't really have a certain opinion on that. I don't know what that was. On that, I like Z-counter. At the same time, I kind of wish it was a better way to do it, because, you know, them back shots, guys, is just so demonic. It's so hard to time Z-counter, and, you know, I appreciate everybody who's doing these tutorials and trying to teach everybody, but God, Jesus Christ, dude, Z-counter needs like some type of like buff or something. I don't know. I see a lot of people complain about the quote-unquote vanishing war compared to how quick it was on Tenkaichi. I personally don't have a problem with it. I know Tenkaichi 3 was way more fast, when it comes to teleporting each other. I don't have a problem with it. I know it drains ki. I do kind of wish it drains ki faster, because like if you guys have a full bar of, ki, you're doing the Vanishing War, that can get tedious. So I kind of wish the ki drainage for the Vanishing War was increased a little bit. Sparking mode. I see people have a lot of complaints about the ki blast spam. Broly is the perfect character. Now I know people will be like, it's just tech skill issue. Nah, bro. I don't care what you say. That is the guy. That's got to be the cheapest shit ever. And me growing up, I used to do the same thing. I would literally spam ki blast, and while you're sitting there blocking it, I would throw out an ult that's unblockable. So I would probably have like Spirit Bomb Goku, like Super Spirit Bomb and the Z Goku. I would sit there and spam ki blast at you, and all you can do is either deflect or block. And while you're sitting there blocking the animation, here comes a giant ass ball. Here comes a giant ass ball of energy coming at you. Same thing with Broly. People, it was honestly, guys, it was way worse on T3. Sparking Zero has like this weird ass window where you're shooting ki blast waves and you kind of like gotta stop and then do it. T3, like, nah, bro, you was able to just keep boom, ultimate, boom, done. So Sparking Zero kind of nerfed it a little bit, but it's still a problem. I see a lot of people just kind of do this whole clockwise rotation while spamming ki blast waves, and then they just shoot Broly's ult, and you can't get out of Broly's ult unless you vanish, but you can't vanish because you're too busy blocking ki blast waves. That is not tech. That has got to be the cheapest shit ever. I know there's worse tactics out there, but if you actually sitting there and calling that tech, you need help. That's just my honest opinion. You cannot sit there and spam one button, throw an ult, and be like, damn, I'm good at the game. Absolutely not, brother. Absolutely not. So I don't know what there is to do when it comes to getting out of ki blast spam. I saw a tweet, Q. If you're watching this, please comment down below. I saw you say you knew how to get out of this. If not, I don't know if Afro knows how to get out of it, or if Afro was the one that approves of it. I don't know. But like I said, Q, if you're watching this, please definitely comment down below how the hell you get out of that, because I would definitely love to know how to get out of ki blast tech. I know a lot of people are complaining about the unblockable ultimates, where people are all in your face and they just do it. My only issue with that is the ones that are like Keflas and like Kales. Those are so aggravating. I do also have an issue with unblockables, because there have been times where I would vanish the unblockable and I still would get hit. I vanished Father Son Kamehameha I don't know how many times, and the animation still happens, and I just be like, bro, what? So you just gotta take these things with a grain of salt. The battle system, personally, I don't have complaints about it, because like I said, it's kind of similar to Tenkaichi 3. Like I mentioned, the flying kicks, the heavy finishes, rolling hammers. You just got to learn how to do leg sweeps. I'm loving the new tech that people are coming out with every day. But other than that, gameplay wise, I just have a problem with the lack of timing Z counter and the ki blast spam. Vanishing War, like I said, it's doable. Sometimes in the heat of the moment, in the heat of the battle, you forget about how tedious it is, so it does kind of get you hyped up, like, oh my god, I gotta teleport. Especially like when you guys are on both low health and you see that you're getting ready to run out of ki, so it's like, okay, do I try to save my ki or do I try to risk it all and time a Z counter? It's the mindset of it, so that's why I don't complain too much about it. Character buffs and nerfs, I don't see anybody getting that besides Yajirobe, and again, I don't think he needed it, but that's just me. That's how he was in Tenkaichi 3. I mean, he's not a problem to fight, but, nowadays, anybody would, boy, Jesus Christ, I would hate to see, my personal opinion, I would hate to see people play Tenkaichi 3 today online. Tenkaichi 3 just dropped. Nobody knew about Tenkaichi 3 or anything regarding how the game was unless they played Tenkaichi 2. And they played Tenkaichi 3 dropped today. I promise to you there will be so many complaints about that game. God forbid Tenkaichi 2. Oh my god, that was online in today's generation? Absolutely not. Tenkaichi 2 and Tenkaichi 3, so many cats will not survive that game. I personally feel like Raging Blast is doing everybody a favor. That's just my opinion. But other than that, you guys, for people who've known me for years when it comes to reviews, when it comes to games, I'm not really a picky person. I see a lot of players, creators, kind of nitpick certain things, and, that's okay. Everybody's valid. Everybody's entitled to feel how they feel about something. If it's their opinion, it's their opinion. I just don't kind of, go out of my way to stress about certain things. Like I said, ki blast spam, if I lose to it, I guess, moving on, next battle. Z Vanish, not Z Vanish, Z counter. It ain't working. Okay, well let's try a new tactic. Let's see what we can do. Let's add some more pressure. Let's vanish when they Z counter us. Let's learn the timing better. You know, it's just how you control the narrative of how you think about something. You know, so I try to be very like nonchalant about these reviews. You know, I'm gonna give an honest review. You know, there are things that do need to be fixed in my opinion, but I'm not gonna like sit here and bash the game because you know I play Sparking Zero every day faithfully. If I'm not recording, you know, a lot of people saying, you know, they're tired of rank. You know, they make it to Z easily and they're just like, okay, I'm done. And then, you know, it's a complaint there, and you know, it's cool. It's all good about that. Like I said, you can have your opinion, but you know, there are cheese and BS that I deal with on rank, and I do be like, oh my god, bro, come on, do you know how to play the damn game? You know, I do have those moments, but but you know, the pros outweigh the cons, and you know, there's more happy and you know, beautiful moments that I have with this game compared to just shitting on the game. And you know, I think a lot of people nowadays don't think about that. You know, they pick the first thing that they dislike and they kind of ride with it. So for anybody who's been like sticking through with me with the guides, I know the gameplay videos have been kind of and that's on me. I know it kind of lacks like the title and description and the thumbnail, but like I said, it's on me. But for everybody else who's been walking through with the guides, and if you're watching this Sparking Zero review, make sure you just pay attention to certain things that are being said on Twitter and take it with a grain of salt. You know, like I said, a lot of people are going to cause a lot of weird opinions about certain things that can be controlled or it can be changed. You know, like key blast spam. Figure out how to get out of that, and just other stuff. In due time, I'm pretty sure these people are going to listen eventually. Like I said, we got a buff, not a buff, we got a nerf for Yajirobe. I mean, let alone that should freaking speak volume in itself. But other than that, that's my personal opinion on this. If you guys have any questions about Sparking Zero, please let me know down below. Other than that, I don't know if I have any more guides. If you want me to make a guide on how to do something, please feel free. Like I said, there's still people buying this game to this day who still haven't had the money to buy it. So Sparking Zero still is going to be selling for a while. There are going to be people who's looking up tips and tutorials on how to do stuff. So if you guys have a question, please comment down below what was your question on a guide that you need me to make, and I will try my best to make it to the best of my ability. I thought about making a complete offense guide when it comes to like heavy finish and leaking up to heavy finish. Like instead of just doing heavy finish, you can do other stuff, add it after you know, heavy finish, like you know, rolling hammer turns into rolling, I forgot what the other one turns into, but you know, those types of things. So that being said, yeah, comment down below what's your take on Sparking Zero, what guide you want me to make, and if you guys went out for trick-or-treating, please let me know down below what else what you dressed up as. That's my opinion on this game. If I had to give it a 1 out of 10, I still think Sparking Zero is like an 8 out of 10 in my opinion. I'm pretty sure when Super drops with like Beast Gohan and you know Gamma's 1 and 2 and maybe the Daima characters, I don't know how that's gonna even go because you know we don't know anything about Daima. I mean, I don't even touch Daima Goku. I mean, it's just gonna be a bunch of rush moves. Same thing with Vegeta. He might just have a bunch of rush moves, so it's not something I'm like, oh my god. But like when Super drops, that 8 might go up to like 8.5 or a 9, especially if it comes with like some more patches. Then I think we'll be cooking. Other than that, that's my Sparking Zero review, guys. If you have any questions, like I said, comment down below. Love you guys truly. Thank you for all you've done. Thank you for your support. Other than that, love you guys, and I'll see y'all later.